Welcome to Miss Dragon's Menagerie. Everyone is welcome, everyone is accepted. The only requirement is that you are loving, kind, and respectful to one another. Bad behavior will not be tolerated. Hello, everyone. I am trying to transfer the video of this little darling back here. Oh, lovely. She's playing the cello. Was just laying something out so I could pin it. Hi, Paola. 7th. I'm going to see if I can send this. It won't let me airdrop it. Never mind. I can't airdrop it because I'm on Ether, not on Wi-Fi. Oh, well. Let's see if I can just show it this way. No. Me and my phone. Okay. This little darling. She thinks she owns it. Got to get those done tonight. I'm just sewing the tops. So I'm almost done pinning. And maybe I'll get... I was like, oh, I can make them this wide. It'll fit. I didn't include for the inseams. So instead of having one big curtain that I could just easily use, I'm going to have a large size side and a small side about this big that I got to fold and sew up really fast. So, hey, Charlie, how are you doing? Yeah. No, I haven't seen you in a while. It's good to see you. So as people come in or watch this later, I'm sure we've all heard that what a lot of us knew was coming is finally starting to happen, and Captain's gonna step away for a while, which is good. It's good. He needs a break. I know there's a lot of people who got dependent on him, which is that's sweet and that's very kind, but that's also it's a large bit of a burden. And I mean, that's another reason I kind of wish this channel would stay small, because I don't want to get lost in everything that's going on. And then, I mean, I have a hard time with my news blast, and because it goes to Rumble, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeart. I forget where else I've got it going to. So there's a lot of work in this. And I've got it somewhat easy. I have a 2-minute news, and then I jump on here with you guys, and I probably should be spreading my videos around, but I'm lucky if I get them to here after TikTok. But and with him not being strapped to that chair 2 times a day, like he went on that road trip and for the book, he went on this last one. He's got time to travel and put stuff, put it out there for other people to see that might not find it on just cruising through YouTube. So there's I need to reach out to him and see if he needs any help. I mean, I'm a stay-at-home mom, daycare, babysitter, grandma, so I'm home most of the time. I do, what is it? Oh, for the news blast. I'm basically Enoch's accountant. I set up the give, send, goes, and then I transfer it it goes to my bank, transfers it over to his PayPal so his aunt can take care of it, because she has a card. He doesn't have a bank account. So can't say that I blame him, though, sometimes. It's less tracking. But um, yeah, I think it's going to be a good thing. But cause people just have to adjust to the growing pains. There we go. Because we went up, all of us that are here, we remember the days of 20, 30 people in the chat, and we're all talking back and forth to each other. But now you get a couple hundred in the chat, and it's kind of tough. So I think it'll be a good thing. And do me a favor, people, please, prayers, positive thoughts, energies, you name it, that the sky stays, well, let me see it, well, at least bright for tomorrow when I take you guys in the hillside. Oh, note to self, I have to go charge my gimbal. I have to charge my gimbal. I have a list of stuff I gotta get done. Actually, more like find my gimbal. I think it's in my car. So, yeah, I noticed we were pretty much all over at Christie's with the DB Cooper. Yeah, that's always kind of interesting. It was always kind of cool when I was a kid, because, it happened out here in the Pacific Northwest. A guy jumped out of a plane with a whole bunch of money. And yeah, we had that. It was like one of these attitudes. God, this is going to age me. But I know we're all about the same. Of sticking it to the man. Yeah, he stuck it to the man. He took off, and we all hoped he survived. But yeah, I remember those days. Back in the days of being a rebel. Oh, EE Arts. That's a good thing. I don't have I turn my sound off. It's just a habit I had because I used to want to ignore mother's phone calls. So now if a phone rings, I jump because I'm not used to it and I forget it's on. But all I forget is, let's see, notifications for YouTube. Let's see, several Patriot Supply texts every day. Redbubble, Killstar. Most of my texts aren't humans; they're just ads. Which is kind of nice because I can't see half the time what's on the phone. And that's, guys, why if I'm in a place text and I'm in a live and I use emojis, it's because that I recognize that and I know what it is, even if it's a little blurry. So I don't have to run and put my glasses on. That's why you'll see me giving a lot of emojis. It's like low-sided hieroglyphs that I recognize. Because I can't see. I refuse to get bifocals. I mean, I guess they sell bifocal contacts. I'd heard that once, but I'm not ready for those either. But it's easier for me to just put on. Oh, these are filthy. My cheaters. I put these on. My eyelashes stick to the glass. It's another reason I can't do glasses. Because if I have my mascara on, my lashes stick to my glasses and smear them all up. So I think I need to do it again. Walmart had a clearance stuff of readers. So you never know what you're getting. So this was one of them. And I think this one is for the computer. But it's just too bulky. And there goes the eyelashes. It's just way too bulky for my face. It's just, but yeah. Oh, wow. I really need to. Hi, Anik. How are you, hon? I really need to start getting something to. That looks way clearer with these on, but they stick to my lashes. Need to get some the contact blue light, not contact for screens, the blue light stuff. Not quite as heavy as I've watched AJ on his Wi-Fi lives with his red ones on, but oh, not a whole lot. Me talking about my eyeballs and I can't see. Yeah, I'm good, honey. Oh, we were talking about the boat taking, you know, captain, I guess, basically becoming an admiral. Then we're gonna have other captains jump in that chair once in a while. Yeah, oh, Palmetto State. Yeah, it's another text message or email I get constantly is Palmetto State. Um, and that I think it's a good thing. And so, like I said, I've been trying to be here if people want connection in the afternoon. Um, I've been trying Monday through Thursday. I got to figure out how this is going to work in the summer because I'll have the kids Monday through Wednesday. And I know one of those days I'll definitely be taking them outside. I mean, like to the mountains, Mount Rainier outside, just to get them away from any technology whatsoever. So I got to figure that out. But I do have the Ethernet cord, so they can do their own thing and I can steal most of their bandwidth. But yeah, I mean, I never really have a topic. It's just whatever anybody wants to bring up and yeah, they want to, talk about or whatever. Or y'all can listen to me right. Oh, the magic Ethernet. I know. This cord, I didn't realize, I didn't measure it out. I should have. This cord is 50 feet long. And all it has to do is go from this bedroom around the little tiny wall and barely across into the living room. So I have it all tied up. But yeah, the kid has he's going to be 13 pretty soon. He's got a track meet tomorrow, but I don't think I'm going to make it because no, I'm not going to make it. It's in Mapton. I'm not driving down to Mapton now that I think about it. That's another 50 some miles. And I'd probably run into relatives I wouldn't even recognize. So I'm glad you guys had a wonderful time. That is fabulous. Oh God, yes, this is the crafting room. And honey, the bed is gone. So now I have access to all this. Still haven't put my wood burner or anything in those boxes. But I've got the stuff I'm working on to sew there. Stuff I need to fold over, and so is there. She seems to think she owns it. And then there's the chaos on this side of the room I still got to work with. But I got a deadline for these curtains. Oh yes, I was so glad when that bed was gone. I hubby with his issue and me just being a 57-year-old lady, there I wasn't stopping. That 180-pound bed frame was going in the back of that truck bed. I was determined to get rid of it. It's gone. I don't care. So, oh no. That's awesome. I'm glad you guys had fun. And it was a healthy visit too. Yeah. But yeah, I've got to get those pots out of here still. And that box of ghost farts in the corner, I got to find a place for it because I got to pack dishes and that so I can put them on eBay. And get my little walking staff with my deer antler stuck back up. But yeah, I mean, we made it through Wednesday, guys. And we've made it halfway through the week. And what did I see? an article that said because of climate change, the Earth's rotation may get slower. It's like, how stupid do you think people are? Because just a few months ago it was, oh, well, time's speeding up. Mm. Oh, no. Oh, that reminds me, I need to call my doctor for a med refill. And again, write that out on a piece of paper. Oh, what, yeah, cross your fingers, keep getting a CT scan. Doc meds, or I will forget what. I'll just write down call doc and I won't do anything. um, yeah, so he's gonna have that done next week. Oh gosh. I think time is a 3D construct because it seems to only exist right here. Oh, speaking of 3D, I need to look into this. I've heard about it from 2 different places now. Allegedly, there was an entity, a 4th dimension entity or 4th vibrational frequency entity at CERN caught in something. The cabin? That oh, fun. Well, I hope it goes well. I hope it goes well, 7th. That belongs to the Forest Service. That's where the firefighters and that used to stay many, many years ago. I love it because we go, about 5 times a year. It's perfect. I don't have to do upkeep. Well, I still do upkeep. I bring light bulbs and stuff like that. I don't have to have insurance. I don't have to have a payment for something I'm not using most of the time. I don't have to worry about someone coming in and squatting in it. So going Friday through Sunday, because I got to be back for the kids Monday after school. But yeah. So there's I always tell the kids, if you need, you guys know where to send the sheriff if they have to come in. That was when I was dealing with mother, but dad's 90 or going to be 90. So no, dad's going to be 91. So he's 90. I don't remember. Part of me wants to say evolutionary energy arts. I don't remember. But yeah, I haven't looked at it, but I heard about it, and I always figured CERN was going to be our downfall anyway. Yeah, I need to be on Discord more often. It's on my second page of my phone, so I forget all about it. It's the joy of being ADD. And but I do want to look into that. That does sound quite interesting. Because, like, well, most of you guys know here, I've already seen enough things that, and of course, it's going to surprise me, but yeah. Oh, I saw it. Dyson lenses? Well, not like the vacuum cleaner Dyson, but that blue. I saw that. Yeah. I remember I didn't save it to pull it up, but they're like $200. That's about the closest you can get to the original Dyson glass, that blue that you can see people's auras. I have so many little tiny things that really, if shit hits the fan, won't do them any good on my I want to get list. But yeah, the cabin in the middle of the night. You can hear the chipmunks running between the walls, or across the roof because it's a wood shake roof, so you hear them just. There was one that was living underneath the steps. Um, they, uh, it's nice flat going into the river. So fire trucks, if need be, can drive into there and fill up their tankers and go wherever. But luckily, it hasn't been needed in a long time. Um, One guy came in out one time. It was hilarious because he was surprised to see, I guess, people outside. He used it to get out of rafting down the river. Uh, we were just like, "That's cool, dude. No big deal." Um, oh, I do too. You could hear them chewing away at the the wood. Um, uh, I remember folding a soup can lid and covering the hole because we couldn't have cats. Dad was highly allergic and it triggers asthma, so we couldn't have cats. So we had traps. So much so that my dad jumped into bed, and I've never seen someone jump out and yell at the same time that fast. This little mouse had gotten in a mouse trap. Oh no! Oh, yeah, I think that's more like rats. Yeah, that's more like rats. Um, the trap had just basically took out the eye area, and he was in the bed, and Dad didn't know it and jumped into bed, and it ran up his leg, and I never saw him just move that fast ever. That was, and you go into the bedroom, he threw back the covers when he took off, and there's this little mouse that's just sitting there because he can't see anything. He doesn't know what's going on. Yeah, it just we had to scoop it up and shove it outside. Yeah, I've never been in the house. I mean, other the boys had a rat for 24 hours, and they uh they loved it to death. They kept picking it up, playing with it, and everything, and the poor thing was just too stressed. It died within 24 hours. The poor thing. I felt bad. They got it from the neighbor. So after that, they got a snake. And if you ever have a snake that gets stuck to packing tape, a little bit of oil will help release it. Cause you got them in the. Oh my goodness! She didn't smell it. I would think you'd smell that. Hi, Sandy. How are you? I would think you'd smell a toasting mouse. If anything, burnt hair. That's like when my oldest was so excited, went out to the garden. He loves broccoli. He still does. Um, since we didn't spray anything on our in our garden, it had aphids, and he had a nice mouthful of aphids along with his broccoli. We didn't tell him till later, but yeah, it was. I was like, okay, well, it was a little extra protein, no big deal. Um, I had what was it? Where else did we have to deal with mice? Dad had a muskrat run up his leg when he was umping for baseball games. To hit it with a baseball bat to get it out. Ah, the good old days. The kids are evidently kids here still get to throw javelin in track. Oh yeah, I got a little extra protein. I made the mistake of, and I can still see it in my head, blowing a bubble, and I'd walked into those little clouds of I call them no-see-ums. The little aphid-like things. Yeah, I blew a bubble. They got caught in the gum. Remember taking that out and stretching it out, going, ew. Yeah, I was done with that one. But yeah. Yeah. What was it? What did I learn one day on full spectrum survival? Make sure you cook your squirrel to 160 degrees. I'm like, good to know. I really don't plan on eating squirrels, but you never know. I mean, I look at what I eat in chorizo, so I really shouldn't complain. But oh yeah, it was pretty gross. But they're kind of sweet, actually. They're actually kind of sweet. That's what I was like. I knew something was wrong with my gum when it changed flavors. I was like, yeah. I mean, I think that's why. I think that's why. Who is it? Is it ladybugs or ants that harvest off the aphid? That like sugary juice. It's one of them because their little feelers would stroke the aphid's back. Oh man, stuff I've done as a kid. I mean, I was the science kid too, so everything I found, if it was dead, I took it apart, or if it was a machine, I took it apart. Um, Dad he got at a conference a watch. Yeah, I forgot what Tommy called it, but instead of having the second hand, it had an airplane going around. Well, I had to know how that airplane went around. I couldn't see it. I couldn't see how it was attached. So I took it all apart. Oh yeah, I probably would have too. But yeah, I took Dad's nice, really cool watch that had the little airplane, and he got, I forget what international traders conference he got that at, but he came in and he was like, "Oh, it probably would have been okay had I not that little spring not come undone." After that, it was toast. I couldn't fix it or put it back together. I I should find him one of these days. What age? When I took it apart? I'm 1966. 19, yeah. Oh no, I still take things apart. Took apart the vacuum cleaners a couple of years back. We don't have that one anymore. Um, I couldn't get the desk drawer to the oak roll top desk. It, I overfilled it with shit, and so the bottom cracked, and I couldn't get it fixed. So I just took the rest of the drawer off, took out the hot glue, took the. So now it's not a drawer. It just looks like a drawer, and I hot glued it around and shoved it into place, and that's it. So, man, I even took a bird. This is terrible. I dissected a bird too because I found it dead in the yard, and it's really weird. It had like, and who knows? They could have been eggs. I didn't think of that back then until just now. Um, Little balls on the inside. I don't know if it died of. I don't know what. It was really really weird, but it was dead in the yard. I fell out of the tree. Oh, that'd be gorgeous. Mine's not an antique, but it's what 30, at least 30 years old. And it's sitting down in the basement collecting dust. It's my it doesn't match my coffee table or my end tables. My end tables are and coffee table are the 1950s, and they're that dark walnut. Well, of course the roll top desk it's oak, so it's that lighter color. But I love my end tables. I won't give them up. Hey Mary, how are you doing? Oh, that dog was cracked me up. She's just all nestled in there, not wanting to move, and then she winks at you. And they're two layered there's a top layer enough for your lamp and a couple of knickknacks, and then there's a second layer for like a book underneath. For years, the Bible was underneath there when I was growing up, and then enough room for your coffee, your coasters, whatever. But I absolutely love them. I absolutely love them. I want to get a glass cover for the coffee table, but the coffee table is just it holds my air freshener or air purifier. So, yeah, Mary, we were talking about, well, earlier, we were talking about how it's a kind of a, oh my, yes, that there, yeah, you guys have stuff older than our country. We're talking about how I see it's a good thing that Captain has promoted himself to Admiral, so he doesn't have to be in the chair all the time. It'll be good for him. That's what I did. I did the glass covered the rounded nice edges on the um for the fireplace and the entertainment center. And that way when if the kids put pop or me in my coffee, set it on there and walk away. Yeah, I don't have to worry about a coaster. I saw that one time on an antique shop on their dresser and I was like, that's perfect. That's what I'm gonna go do. So there's a place I ordered it. They cut them to size, and the fireplace is just a wee bit uh wide on each side, so hopefully it won't break. But I wish I would have known that when the boys were little. Instead of doing what I do in here, um, I can't lift it up. It's all covered in clear plastic. Like, well, now I try to get the cat up there, but there's clear plastic covering my printer and my laminator because I don't want to cook cat hair. My lunch in here. Oh God! Just before this started, I didn't know if I was gonna make it. I took all my meds at once because I was in a hurry, and they had a disagreement within my stomach. I was like, oh, so I don't know which one it was. I checked really fast, but I'm one of these people that I've taken supplements and stuff for so long that I could just throw 5 or 6 pills in there and with a good amount of Diet Pepsi and call it good. And but whatever combination I took this morning, they did not like each other. They did not play well with others at all. That's the reason I want to, it's like I want to cut down on my prescriptions, but then I'd probably just turn around and add more supplements. So, yesterday, yep, that was an adorable short. That was cute. Oh, I'm gonna be. It's like I was up last night till about 11:30. Caught Kristen, and once I saw her live, I was like, "Whoa, I'm up way too late." But it was fun. I liked it, and I was piddling around getting my kitchen counter clean, and I should have been doing this, but it's like I still need to get my counter clean, and oh, I don't know how you're still functioning. We do, especially now with this little bit of the boat's rearranging its crew. We got to stay connected, and oh, I bet I would too. That was a big day and a mental release too. Um, yeah, we got to keep. Oh, the nightmares. Yeah, that would be scary. I'm this weirdo that there was one dream I had. It's been a couple of months ago, but it was a bad dream. I'd wake up, I knew it was a bad dream, and I put myself back into that bad dream so I get scared again. I did that like 3 times. It's like, wow. Is this what happens when you don't leave the house and you have to look for a nightmare for excitement? But yeah, it was really weird. I don't I always have the bizarre, weird dreams. I had something this morning, but I don't remember it. I can always find it on my Fitbit app. Oh, there's my REM sleep. Okay, that's where that dream was, and that's where that dream was. You know, though I do hate the dreams where I am going place to place to place to place because I got to go to the bathroom, and then there's either too many people are in there, or the one that was horrifying was it was like a just like a regular girls' lavatory, but instead of having the tall stalls, oh no, they just cut you off at about the waist, so you could look around and see everybody else who's sitting in there too. That one was really weird. Yeah, that's usually when I know you got to get up now. There is no waiting. You go now. I have a bladder the size of a pea, but I also take 80 milligrams of Lasix, so that doesn't help either because my ankles swell. Fun. But yeah, hopefully, please cross your guys' fingers. It stays halfway decent. Where's my pop? I can see. I can see that lovely pattern in the sky. You know how it kind of sits, it gets wavy. Oh, those make for tough nights. It's like journal it, write it down when you have it. You might find a pattern. 6:30. That's I'm somebody who needs my sleep. I'd sleep all day if you'd let me. I've always been that way. At school, I'd go to bed at 8:30, even in high school. I remember Keith calling to talk to me, and it was after 8, and I could hear it from my bedroom because I was getting ready to go to bed, and I could hear my mother. Well, she's gone to bed already, and I'm like, oh. I went out there and said, no, I'll take the call. I will take the call. So it's the reoccurring same one. Oh yeah, yeah. That's gonna. It's something trying to come to the surface before. No, the only thing reoccurring, I guess, nightmares are some people call them whatever. Tornadoes. I'm in the church basement. Tornadoes, and I'm watching through the glass up through the tornado as it goes over. But tsunamis. That would be scary, especially living on that island. Because when Cascadia goes, we're gonna feel it, but I don't think anything's gonna happen to us. Since we're on the other side of the mountains. The one I worried about when it did go is not there to worry about anymore. Uh, yeah, that's the only like wild dreams I have about weather is tsunamis. The one I have over and over again, and I don't know if it's a dream or a visitation. I'm back in the meat shop with the butcher, but it looks completely different. But I'm still back there wrapping meat, and Lad's still alive. So, and tsunamis. Um, I'm sure a lot of my generation learned about tsunamis from the same show, Gilligan's Island. how they could ride that tsunami all the way back to, what was it, the Honolulu, uh, um, I almost said port. Yeah, I guess it was a port, dock, whatever. Yeah, that's where I learned about tsunamis, uh, and the wonderful batteries that never die that the professor had for for that radio. But I have been taking these blasted pills, and I'm still, and all of a sudden, anybody else get flushed if they take Tylenol? I do. It really sucks. And I'll take my pain meds and I'll look in the mirror and it's like, oh, yeah, Tylenol. But, oh, um, yeah, what was it? I'm going to end up doing uh, the video, one of my little 2-minute videos. I was thinking about it the other day. Gen X, because most of us are Gen X. We really didn't care about, well, it's a truck, not a helicopter. We didn't care about we didn't tend to care about somebody's races, or at least with me growing up. Um, what religion they were, what race they were, or as we used to call them when we were younger, chicks with sticks. Um, I don't know. It's acetaminophen. So that's what Tylenol is. But, you know, our generation just didn't really seem to worry about it. You look at Motley Crue with the makeup, you looked at Poison with their makeup, of course Kiss with their makeup, but that was just over the top. Um, and there was like the 60s, there was the civil rights movement and everything, and you kind of got into the late 70s, and everybody seemed to be getting along with everybody. And then after a while, it's like as we got older, we got into our 20s and 30s, it's like they didn't like the idea of us all getting along, all accepting each other for whatever we were. The new Oh, I bet. I'll have to look those guys up. Um, and it's like they couldn't have that if we all got along. They had to get into something to be thrown into to cause chaos, how does it go? They want you divided by race. They want you divided by creed. They want you divided by color. And they saw our generation getting along with everybody and thinking that's part of the reason Gen X kind of goes under the radar, because we really didn't have any issues with anybody. So it would be hard to trigger us to start hating our neighbor, or not getting along with, well, a lot of us kids just didn't get along with our parents, but not like they do nowadays. um we still had respect for other people. you know it wasn't that big of a deal, and they couldn't have it. It's too peaceful. They couldn't have it. They couldn't do their crap that they're trying to do now if everybody got along, because we wouldn't be fighting with each other. We'd pay attention to what they were doing to us. And I think that's a lot of the reason why Gen X just kind of got dismissed, because they knew we weren't gonna get upset. But here, let's start with the youngers. Get them divided, get them separated, so we can just do whatever. Oh yeah, God forbid peace and love was accepted. Eh, I was alive for Woodstock. I wasn't there, but age-wise, I was alive for Woodstock. But, I mean, even Elmer Fudd. There's a cartoon, Elmer Fudd's in a dress on, was it Hollywood and Vine? Even Bugs Bunny wore a dress. Um, uh, We just called them cross dressers then. Then there were some who were just guys who just regular dudes, but like wearing women's clothes. It's like, knock yourself out, have fun. You be you, I be me, and go ahead. But I was thinking about that the other day. Oh my God. Interesting. And then what hit me last night, it was like, um, I found out, and I want to double check, but I've seen it several times that a rabbi owns Pornhub. I was like, okay. And then we've got a lot of issues going on in Hollywood and whatnot, and there's a lot of different people that run our media, and I'm like going, still not exactly sure why that person would own Pornhub, but I guess besides Masters and Johnson, I think the second largest collection of porn is the Vatican. I learned that in college. So yeah. But I was thinking about that last night, kind of putting those things together, going, interesting. Very interesting. And I just kind of like being, I do the news blast, and so I see things, and I'm like, really? I'm just glad I'm over here by myself. Yeah. Especially things that go on, some of the biggest busts happen in, is it Disney World? Some of those biggest busts they've had in Disney World for that kind of stuff. So, uh, yeah. Um, so, but it was really odd. Keith looked at me and goes, okay, okay. He goes, I'm trying to relax and watch TV, not get so wound up. And I'm like, sorry. I just dawned on me, and I was starting to put pieces together and went, righty. Mm, mm, mm. Oh, um, but let's see what else. But yeah, that was just, I was thinking about all this together, and then the fact that us Gen X, we just didn't care. Um, and now everything is more divided than I've ever remembered, to where some of the, it's like some of the stuff that was fought for, that was achieved, has gone to shit. Because instead of having it is very, very sad. Instead of having people, going, well, let's all get together and do things. Well, now certain groups want to just do it all on their own. I'm like, really? Y'all just fought to get that to be with everybody else here 50 years ago. And now you're gonna go back. Like, we gotta get the kids to see, if they don't see the past, they're gonna repeat it. And everything's cyclical. The word I'm looking for, or trying to pronounce. Um, Except we do things, on a big circle, but there's just enough of a tilt that we just kind of go up and up. Cyclical. There you go. There you go. And so it's just tilt. So it's a little bit different, but it's still similar. And if kids don't recognize the past, they won't understand what they're doing and why they shouldn't be doing it. That's a helicopter. We're in the flight path of the Air Force Base to the training center. So it's like one day, yeah, doesn't repeat. I saw a perfect ugh, graphic for it. Two that went over. Um, yeah, it was just a spiral thing that just kept going and going and going, and I'm like Thinking to myself, yep, we do this till we burn ourselves out, and then we have to start over and do it all over again with the next civilization that comes along after we've blown ourselves up. Now, some say we won't be allowed to blow ourselves up. But hey, Russ, how are you? That's okay. You can listen to me ramble. Just keep your eyes on the road. Um, I think we've gone through a couple of different civilizations and we have to start over because the people who invented it or knew how to run it die out. So then we're back to basically the Stone Age and we got to start all over again. If you think about it time wise, the earth is 4 billion years old, but we've only been here for like, well, if you go by Gobekli Tepe, at least 12,000 years. So I think we've done a few cycles. And that's why you find these really, really odd things that are out of place, that are like millions of years old, that look like they've been machined, or they just don't look right. They look too fancy for what should have been cavemen. But that's the kind of thing I sit there and think about. A lot of people worry about politics. Oh gosh, I know. I love all the stuff that they used to do. The is it animatronic stuff? The little wind up doll robot things that they could have. They would. They're really really cool, and it's just amazing that even back then, but they didn't. They had all the time to think. Once they were done getting their necessities, they had all this time to think and create. And now people are kept so busy, they don't have time to do that anymore. They don't have the energy to do that anymore. And it's sad. But that was terrible. He got robbed because he wanted it for free. I don't have TV. So this YouTube was the closest I think I have to TV. And they're talking about, and I don't even remember where, but the old motors that would, run on whatever. Check it. I didn't write it down, but there was a type of motors that was it the war, would like run on water, run on whatever they could find. I was like, and then you got people who, like that one guy who claims that the Pentagon killed him, poisoned him. Ow! That's a needle. That the Pentagon poisoned him at a lunch because he had an engine that ran on water. Ow, that hurt. That hurt. Ow, ow, ow. Ow. I didn't get to use my oh, I know. Yeah. We would, because most of our stupid wars are fought over oil. It's like and most of the oil wells are basically, to put it politely, greased with the blood of the with the blood of the civilians of the country that it's in. I figured years ago that we would have we would strip every other country in the world out of their oil except for here in America, so that we could we would control everything. And I had that attitude in high school, because you could see where they're going into another country that has the resources we want. It's like we would strip everybody of their resources, and then everyone would have to come to us in the end, because we'd be the only ones that had any left. It'd be like the aliens that come in and want to strip a world and then leave and go to the next one. And and then just leave that world in shambles. It's like sometimes I think that's the direction America's trying to go, or at least the war machine is trying to go. Yeah, blood and oil. There is no reason for wars anymore at all, period. And old BB's making me nervous. He's just itching to bomb Iran. And then I cringed a little bit when Damascus got hit. To understand, return on the basuna. That's oil to put out 1 barrel. I think I kind of do. I think you take 3 barrels of oil, pull out 1 barrel. So there would be oil in the ground. But yeah, I think I'm grasping it, which reminds me, um, Biden decided not to refill our strategic oil reserves. We get in a war. What's our military going to run off of? At the mercy of another country? Yeah. Oh, now I get it. I get what you're saying now. Yeah. It'll take more to get it out than it would be to just leave it. Yeah. Well, it's like it takes more energy and waste to produce an electric car than it does to produce a gas car. But that's what they're trying to push to go that direction. And yeah, yep, that's okay. I was thinking on the same line. Yeah. And I've also told the daycare kids that you'll learn that they'll say, well, this is fossil fuel. We have methane and everything. This is all fossil fuel. Then ask your teachers, is there dinosaurs on Neptune? Because that's methane. This idea of limited oil, I mean, it is limited, but it's not all dead dinosaurs. It's Gaia's blood, basically. And she replenishes it, but I think we strip it out far faster than she can. But oh yeah, there's a lot of things we see in life that it's just the 3 to 1, 3 to get it, use 3 to get 1 out. See that it's redundancies, and they're fighting. How would I word this? It's like people want to fight for superiority. We're better. We have this, even though it costs us more in the long run. So, but yeah. And tomorrow I am going to be on the hillside. Like I said, once I get off here, I got to go to the car, dig out my gimbal. I want to get a gimbal for my my little black box. Shoot. GoPro. I want to get a gimbal for my GoPro, but it'd be easy if I could just find an attachment for my gimbal I got now. Oh, I know. Yeah, that's nothing. I told the daycare kids, if your teacher tells you that the Earth's core is, say, what is it they tried to say? Molten nickel or whatever. Just tell them, stop lying to me. No one's been there. We don't know for sure. It's a possibility it could be plasma too. Oh, I know. Yes, this one did fly by really fast. But yeah, I'm gonna be on the hillside tomorrow. It's supposed to be cloudy, but 60 some degrees. So we'll go out there and see what kind of new flowers have came up. Hopefully the big yellow flowers are up. They're really pretty when they do. And hopefully there won't be the bees like there was a few weeks ago. That was, and I'm not allergic, but that was bad. When they're bouncing off you, I'm like, no, I'm not doing this. I ain't hiking on this side. So I'm going to try to hike on that side. Yeah, what time is it? Yeah, not too bad. So yeah, should get going. So I go get that done. 5. Yeah, my trash goes out tomorrow. Well, it goes out to the curb at nighttime. So a lot of my stuff I was able to burn Sunday. It's another reason I want a smokeless fire pit so nobody notices I'm burning cardboard boxes. I don't burn plastic. No, I don't burn plastic. But I burn my cardboard boxes that can't go to recycling because they take up too much space in the bin. So yes, my dear. All right, guys. Look for me tomorrow, probably a little earlier, as not only am I going to go to the hillside, I also got to go grocery shopping. So I'll probably stay maybe an hour on the hill, and then I got to go shopping. But so look for me there. And my lovelies, all my love, Miss Dragon. Thank you for being part. Thank you for being part of Miss Dragon's menagerie. I hope you enjoyed your stay. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All my love, Miss Dragon.